Hello and welcome to another edition of Good Morning Pattaya, Pattaya Channel's very own breakfast show. I'm your host, Nick Pendrell, and joining me as usual is my faithful companion and friend, Mr. Dave D. How you doing?
Good morning, Nick. How are you?
Very good, very good. And you good?
Forgot the eggs and bacon today, Nick. I didn't cook eggs and bacon today, but these guys, I mean, just look at this.
Oh, we have some pastries thanks to our guests today, who are Tomo and Jack from the Sheraton.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for bringing
here.
us some breakfast.
No problem. You got to get this day started right?
Early in the morning.
Just trying to add up the calories.
Well, you're not eating all of them, that's for sure. I'm having some.
Don't go there.
So tell us about the Sheraton, because probably a lot of people, unless they know Pattaya really well, probably don't even know where you are, because you're in such a lovely, tranquil spot. You don't get a lot of people passing by, do you?
Well, we are actually your neighbor on this same Pratamnak Hill. Mm-hmm. So just 2 minutes from here, we're on Pratamnak Hill, located by the cliff. So gorgeous view if you've ever been to the hotel. As soon as you step into the lobby, you'll see the ocean, and it's kind of on a cliff, so you're walking down towards the ocean, and it's a really nice, unique property. It's away from downtown, so it's very quiet, as you know, in this area. So
we've got two guys there, Nick. I mean, what do you guys do? I mean, I'm taking from your...
Gardener.
You see, a very clean gardener. Whites and white.
That's
right.
Yeah. We've got to get that right. We've got to get that right before we go any further. So you're responsible for the cakes today?
Yeah, I'm in Director of Culinary and Service, and been here about 4.5 months. I was in Phuket before here, so yeah, just started on overseeing all the restaurants and F&B and service there.
So the Sheraton itself and the F&B there, I mean, like, you know, what sort of style is going on there? You know, what kind of food could I expect there?
Well, we have two very unique restaurants. I mean, Elements is more Asian focused, and that's where we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner there as well. Signature restaurant. It's more focused on Thai food and elements around Asia for our cuisine there. And it's got a little bit of something for everyone, for the global traveler that we do get. And Infinity is a little bit more contemporary. We have a lot of fun with the food down there. We call it modern contemporary. We have a great wood burning oven down there. We turn out some really fantastic wood burning pizzas and some really great pastas. We have some interactive dishes as well with hot rocks that you're cooking at your own table.
So you say that you walk in. I've not been to the Sheraton, so I'm just trying to get a picture of what you've just said. You walk into the reception and you can see the ocean.
yes, absolutely. It's on a cliff, so you're really looking at the tropical rainforest that we have around the resort, and then there's the ocean. And then you'll see the coral island.
So the Sheraton brand itself in Pattaya, I mean, what do you think, you know, working there, guys? I mean, what do you think makes that brand different from anybody else?
Well, Sheraton itself, obviously, it's a global company, and so we have over 1,000 hotels in our company around the world, and it's got certain core values and service that you can expect coming to the Sheraton. Of course, great food as well.
I mean, like you say, you've got the 1,000 hotels around the world. Now, if you walk into a Sheraton, you know, and say I stayed at the Sheraton Hotel, I'd walk into your hotel and I'd expect the same kind of service, the level of people talking to me, taking care of me, and that's what you offer there, yeah?
Of course.
Which is pretty good, Nick. I mean, Nick's a wine connoisseur, so he'd probably ask you about the wine, because, I mean, have you been to the Sheraton, Nick?
I have indeed, yeah. I was there about a month ago, and first time I've been there, and I was just really amazed, because I live on Pratamnak, so I'm only around the corner, and hadn't been there before. It's very exclusive. It's not one of these huge impersonal ones. How many rooms have you got?
We have 156 room keys, which actually it's a very unique property. We have the normal standard rooms, which are in a building. Then we have these separate houses, which we call them pavilions. Okay. So they've got a large balcony, very spacious, 65-meter, just the room itself, huge bathtub, very luxury. Then we have 2 private pool villas. So that's for anyone that wants to have a real unique experience. You're really overlooking the ocean. You got your private pool, a separate living room building. Oh, very, very nice.
I take it, well, you said you've been here for 4 months now in the Sheraton, yeah? What's your background to what you did before?
Well, I've been chef for quite some time, about 20 years, but I've worked, just with Starwood alone, I've worked in 5 countries. So I've worked in Spain with Starwood, in Barcelona, and Los Angeles, and as well as Finland and Indonesia with Bali, just with the Starwood brand. And Just the last 6 years, just been traveling around the world, cooking and having a good time.
I mean, it's great. I mean, we've met a few chefs before on shows, and we've done previous things on different things before. But I mean, how is it easy for a chef to adapt, let's say, to the culture and the food in that country? How easy is it for you to do?
Jack loves street food.
I absolutely love street food. I mean, I fell in love with Asia. You know, when I came to Asia for the first time 8 years ago with my wife, and we went to Bali and just absolutely fell in love with it. And within 2 years, we had sold everything that we owned, which was not much, and got as many credit cards as we could, and ended up traveling around the world for a year and a half throughout Asia.
Probably a lot of people's life story.
Yeah, I'll be paying it off the rest of my life, but it was worth every credit card debt that we got. But yeah, we
Don't worry, I'm still paying for the wives. Don't worry.
well, I'm still with the wife, so it's good. But no, I mean, it's when you go to new countries, first of all, you have to have a love for it, right? So I think that anyone that does live in Thailand, any expat that has moved here, if you don't really love it, and if you don't really embrace the culture and the people and the food, you're going to be miserable.
Well, Thailand's a really easy country to love, I think.
Very easy country to
I haven't met many people who went, I went to Thailand, didn't think that much of it.
Having a place like the Sheraton, of course, Nick, is that, you know, you've got a lot of multicultural people inside. And, you know, you're originally from?
I'm originally from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Now, I'm taking...
Born in Japan,
Yeah.
grew up in Hawaii.
There you go. There's two
Yeah,
straight away. So, I
absolutely.
mean, you know, you get all these people inside a place like the Sheraton, or many hotels around the world. And I just think that it adds towards the whole experience of staying in a good hotel.
Sure.
Because, you know, you've got these people from all over the world that can sort of, you know, they can relate to what you want and what you like, and also, at the same time, adapt
Yeah.
to what the country's offering.
How is the mix of guests? Do they come from predominantly one area or are very, very mixed?
40% of our business is actually from Thailand. So,
Wow.
All right.
so we have a lot of people coming for a weekend. We're very, very popular for Bangkok people. Quick getaway on weekends. And then the rest is pretty evenly spread apart.
That's good. I guess that's one of the advantages of being such a well-known international chain that you got a lot of people who... Do you have a loyalty program? That,
We do. Sheraton belongs to a management company called Starwood. So there's a program for Starwood itself, a loyalty program called Starwood Preferred Guests. And there are millions of members, and they're really loyal to the brand. So when they come to Thailand, first thing they do is they go to the website for Starwood and they look for hotels. And so we get a lot of guests coming just from that website.
I can understand that because, I mean, like we've just spoke about, you know, like people will be travelling around the world. They will stay in a Sheraton hotel around the world. And, of course, the first thing that I would do as a business guy or whatever travelling the world is to see, is there a Sheraton hotel there?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it does act, you know, add to the portfolio of all your hotels.
Yeah. Is it mostly sort of individual travellers who are planning their own trips that come with you, or do you have quite a lot of sort of tour operators?
Not too much tour operators. We do have business partners, so we do have some business travelers who have factory nearby in Langchabang or Rayong and so on. And we also have some groups from time to time, some from different countries, some from Bangkok. And I think majority would be just leisure travelers. We're not in the city hotel, so a lot of people come really to relax. We have 3 nice, beautiful pools, so people come really to relax in the hotel.
Working for the Sheraton, working in the kitchen and doing the food that you do, how easy is it for you to say, let's experiment with something new? Do you get the free hand of doing that?
With a GM like Tomo, yes. All depends on your. Every chef will tell you. It all depends on your GM.
Yeah, I was going to say, does he taste it before he says, yeah?
But I mean, it's
from Del Monte says, yeah.
I've tasted all of those.
numerous times.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, like, you know, I would imagine the Sheraton have their sort of, you know, the dishes that they have, and that's it. I mean,
They do.
as a
There's
chef-
a few. There's the core dishes that have been tried and tested throughout the, you know, through the corporate chef. One is the Sheraton croissant, which is fantastic. I wouldn't mess with it. Another one is a club sandwich, fish and chips, and a burger, and that's really it. They do really give you a free hand, because I mean, while it is, you know, Sheraton is a chain, and there's hundreds of Sheratons around the world. They're all very unique to their destination as well. So you do get to work within your destination, the ingredients that you have, you know, really focus on sustainability and the ingredients and everything that are there for you. It's not a brand that's just driven, you have to have this menu every single
Yeah, I
place
was
you go
just
in
trying
the
to see
world.
how
So
much you were sort of...
very flexible.
Yeah, how flexible. And
Very
of course,
flexible.
if it tastes right, then it's okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And how often do you update your menu?
Well, we just did a very large menu change in Infinity. We just
Right.
changed about 25 dishes. There was an expanded kitchen that was already going into place when I started, so I got to
Right.
oversee the end of the kitchen build out. So
Excellent.
we had about double the size in Infinity, so we were able to really play around and do a lot more things over there. So we just did that. Elements will be coming next, and around October we'll be doing a menu change.
Right.
But generally, we change a few items. We change what we have different aspects. In Infinity, we have 4 items that change specials every week.
Right,
And those
okay.
are blackboard specials.
Right.
And then we'll change a set menu every 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's 3 courses for 950 baht. That we change every 2 weeks. And then we'll change the standard menu a few dishes every month or 2.
Right,
3 or 4
okay.
dishes every month or 2. So there's always something going on. There's always change.
Yeah.
We're not keeping it stagnant and saying, okay, every 6 months we're changing
So
the whole
you
menu.
keep coming back once a month or second.
You'll always see something
There'll be
new.
something new and,
You'll always see
and
something
interesting for us.
Or you can just ask for me and I'll make it for you.
Well, that's very nice of you. Do you have any sort of theme nights or special events every now and again?
We do. We have a wine dinner coming up. It's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting wine dinner, Spanish wine dinner, Frexenet wines, and it's a really fantastic menu that we're doing in Elements for it. And it's 5 courses, all paired with wine. So you get 6 different wines, sit down 5 courses, and then 5 courses of canapes as well to go with some sparkling to start off the night.
Wow.
And it's a really good deal. We're not doing this to make money. It's basically just to cover costs.
Right.
It's 2,300 baht for the dinner.
That sounds like
we
an
have-
awful lot of food and an awful lot of wine.
So Osetra caviar and oysters and Wagyu beef, and there's a lot of good stuff.
Nick was there on the wine.
you sold me on the wine. The
sold me on
food's
the
just
wine.
an added bonus.
What about the facilities at the Sheraton? I mean, if I came there to the Sheraton, what facilities have you got there? Can you just sort of tell me the general facilities that are in the Sheraton itself?
Okay, well, outside of the 2 restaurants, we have another bar on the beach. We have a private beach. You got to come and look at it one day. In addition, we have 3 pools, very different. One would be a family pool. It's got a little bubble area for the kids. Then we have a longer pool, which is good for exercise. And we have one unique rainforest jungle theme pool. So you're surrounded by tropical plantation. We have a gym, of course, open 24 hours. We have a business center. We also have an area called Link. It's kind of a Sheraton concept. We call it Link at the Sheraton, where we partner up with Microsoft. So we have computers there. Anybody can go in, and it's really for you to link with your friends and family back at home.
Yeah, it's good.
This day and age, technology is there, and everybody needs to be connected to emails and so on. So.
It's good. I mean, it seems as though it's a great. I've never been there, and just by talking to the guys, I mean, it seems like a place that you must go and check out.
Definitely. And do you get a lot of expats coming to the restaurants?
We do get a lot of expats. I'd say in Infinity, it's about 30% outside guests.
Okay.
That are local to Pattaya.
And any happy hours?
We do 5 to 7.
5 to 7.
5 to 7.
Make a note of it.
2 for 1.
Noted.
So remind us, where can we find you? Where's the hotel located for those people who don't know the area that well?
If you're coming from Bali High, you just go straight up. There's Bali High restaurant, and it's right after that. There's a condominium, and it's right next to the Royal Condominium.
And also with the Peach Exhibition Centre
Yes,
on
exactly.
the other side,
Right next to
right
it.
between those two.
The websites, guys?
SheratonPattaya.com.
Simple.
Very simple.
There we find you. Are you also on Facebook? Or
Yes,
the
we
other
are.
companies?
Yes, you can search Sheraton Pattaya Resort, and we'll be there.
Okay, so
Great.
it all sounds wonderful. And the date for this wine special dinner?
It's coming up on Friday the 20th.
Friday the 20th. Definitely be there. Guys, Tomo and Jack, thank you very much for coming
Thank
to
you.
visit
Thanks,
us
guys.
today.
Thank you. Interesting. Thank
Thanks for the pastries, which we'll be eating as soon as we go off
rapidly.
there. Stay tuned for
enjoying
part 2, everybody.